and separate fact from fiction is retired United States Navy Lieutenant Commander, former detective lieutenant with the Nutley Township Police Department in New Jersey, and founder of Campaign for America, Steve Rogers. Steve, would you help us break this down?
Yes, police receives a 911 call that there was someone stabbing a lot of people, all right? So now your first responding officer, he's not looking at race, color, or creed. He's looking for someone who's stabbing people. So he gets out of his patrol car. He sees the 16-year-old girl, I understand, over the top of someone ready to commit a homicide, ready to kill somebody. So the police officer had a split second to make a decision, and that split second led him to, unfortunately, shooting this young lady. And it's as simple as that. It had nothing to do with race or color. Now, keep in mind, you know, we heard LeBron James and all these other so-called experts who are completely insane, by the way, in their assessment. I wonder about the young girl who was about to be killed. Did anybody care about that young lady? How do her parents feel? Are they blaming the police, or are they thanking the police for saving her life? It's unfortunate. No cop, especially this cop, wanted to wake up that day and get involved in something like this. But the mainstream media, the ilk of the LeBron James of the world, they're causing more fuel to the fires of racism, completely unnecessary.
Exactly. No one's talking about the potential victim here. It's like when you see the video, why aren't we talking about her name and celebrating the fact that her life was saved? But this is where the left is ultimately taking us. This is not a Chauvin case, as they're trying to make it out to be. Oh, the systemic racism in policing. This is an officer responding to try to save a life. It's not even his life being threatened. He's trying to save someone else. So does the left now want the police not to respond if someone's going to get killed?
Well, think about this one. Think about the officer hesitating and saying, well, wait a minute, I'm not going to get involved and I'm going to be charged with racism and stuff. Let me try to talk to de-escalate. You can't de-escalate someone with a deadly weapon ready to kill someone. So he would have been criticized either way. But, you know, he did the right thing according to law, according to his training. Unfortunately, a young person died, but fortunately, another innocent victim is alive tonight.
And it's sad to see the mainstream media exploiting this. They're so addicted to the ratings with the Chauvin trial going on, with the riots in the street. And to see that back to back, the way that they edited that package to make it look like, please say there was a knife. You know, the knife is on the ground, not that she was holding the knife. It's like they're manipulating perception to try to manipulate people's emotions and to feel like there is a systemic problem.
Well, look, here's what I'm predicting. That, you know, you're right. They're adding a lot of fuel to the fires of racism. They're trying to create a divide between the people and the police. But they must keep in mind that criminals don't care who they are either. So you want the criminals and the thugs to take over the streets? Their neighborhood may be next. I hope it never happens, but we got to make a decision in this country. Either the cops are going to control the crime or the criminals are going to control the crime. I'd rather have the cops control the crime. They've done a great job through the decades. God bless them all. But we, black and white people, all right? This is not just a white issue as they want us to believe. We need to have people stand up of all faiths and colors to stand for our cops. And by the way, LeBron James, you know, he talked about this cop and he says something like, I care for, I'm tired of seeing black people get killed. Hey, LeBron, why don't you go to Chicago? Black kids are being killed every weekend. I didn't hear you say anything with regard to that. So you see, they by their own mouthings reveal themselves. But there are good, decent people of all colors out there who are saying enough's enough. Let's help our police solve these problems.
Real quick, what's your message to police officers out there right now? Morale has got to be low. So can you tell us real quick, what would be your message to people out there seeing footage like this and being pretty much vilified in the press?
Look, we need to do a few things. We need to pray for our police officers. I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe it is a holy calling. I truly believe that. I've been a cop for 38 years. Let's pray for our cops. Let's thank a cop. Let's let them know we stand with them through thick and thin. I've encouraged good cops to turn bad cops in, all right? We don't need any bad apples in the group. But 99.9% of our officers do your job, protect yourself, protect the public. Keep in mind that we are called of God to protect and serve. Let's never compromise our oath of office. In spite of what we're facing, we'll get through this, believe me.
And God bless you for your service. We couldn't live without the police, and that's the truth. So thank you for what you're doing out there, Steve.
Thank you.
And coming up, the